dishevel,
dishevel,
disheveled,
disheveled,
disheveled.
disheveled.
Strong winds dishevel her hair.
Strong winds dishevel her hair.
The wind disheveled her hair.
The wind disheveled her hair.
I have disheveled my hair while trying to style it.
I have disheveled my hair while trying to style it.
Dishonor,
Dishonor,
dishonored,
dishonored,
dishonored.
dishonored.
Cheating on tests dishonors the whole class.
Cheating on tests dishonors the whole class.
He dishonored the agreement.
He dishonored the agreement.
He has dishonored his family with his actions.
He has dishonored his family with his actions.
Disillusion,
Disillusion,
disillusioned,
disillusioned,
disillusioned.
disillusioned.
Reality often disillusions idealists.
Reality often disillusions idealists.
The truth disillusioned him completely.
The truth disillusioned him completely.
The movie has disillusioned me. It wasn't as good as I expected.
The movie has disillusioned me. It wasn't as good as I expected.
Disinfect,
Disinfect,
disinfected,
disinfected,
disinfected.
disinfected.
Nurses disinfect tools before use.
Nurses disinfect tools before use.
She disinfected the wound.
She disinfected the wound.
We have disinfected the entire house to prevent illness.
We have disinfected the entire house to prevent illness.
Disintegrate,
Disintegrate,
disintegrated,
disintegrated,
disintegrated.
disintegrated.
Paper disintegrates when soaked.
Paper disintegrates when soaked.
The paper disintegrated in water.
The paper disintegrated in water.
The document has disintegrated over time.
The document has disintegrated over time.
Dislike,
Dislike,
disliked,
disliked,
disliked.
disliked.
I dislike waking up early.
I dislike waking up early.
He dislikes waking up early.
He dislikes waking up early.
I have disliked broccoli since childhood.
I have disliked broccoli since childhood.
Dislocate,
Dislocate,
dislocated,
dislocated,
dislocated.
dislocated.
He dislocates his shoulder during the game.
He dislocates his shoulder during the game.
She dislocated her shoulder during the game.
She dislocated her shoulder during the game.
She has dislocated her shoulder during the game.
She has dislocated her shoulder during the game.
Dismantle,
Dismantle,
dismantled,
dismantled,
dismantled.
dismantled.
They dismantle the machine for cleaning.
They dismantle the machine for cleaning.
They dismantled the machine carefully.
They dismantled the machine carefully.
They have dismantled the old shed in the backyard.
They have dismantled the old shed in the backyard.
Dismay,
dismay,
dismayed,
dismayed,
dismayed.
dismayed.
The news fills her with dismay.
The news fills her with dismay.
The news dismayed everyone.
The news dismayed everyone.
The news has dismayed everyone in the office.
The news has dismayed everyone in the office.
Dismiss,
Dismiss,
dismissed,
dismissed,
dismissed.
dismissed.
The teacher dismisses the class.
The teacher dismisses the class.
The judge dismissed the case.
The judge dismissed the case.
The committee has dismissed the proposal.
The committee has dismissed the proposal.
Dismount,
Dismount,
dismounted,
dismounted,
dismounted.
dismounted.
Riders dismount their horses here.
Riders dismount their horses here.
He dismounted the horse quickly.
He dismounted the horse quickly.
He has dismounted the horse safely.
He has dismounted the horse safely.
Disobey,
Disobey,
disobeyed,
disobeyed,
disobeyed.
disobeyed.
Children sometimes disobey their parents.
Children sometimes disobey their parents.
The child disobeyed his parents.
The child disobeyed his parents.
The child has disobeyed his parents again.
The child has disobeyed his parents again.
Disorient,
Disorient,
disoriented,
disoriented,
disoriented.
disoriented.
Fog can disorient drivers.
Fog can disorient drivers.
The maze disoriented her.
The maze disoriented her.
I have disoriented myself by walking in circles.
I have disoriented myself by walking in circles.
Disparage,
Disparage,
disparaged,
disparaged,
disparaged.
disparaged.
It's unfair to disparage someone's efforts.
It's unfair to disparage someone's efforts.
He disparaged the idea without reason.
He disparaged the idea without reason.
They have disparaged my efforts unfairly.
They have disparaged my efforts unfairly.
Dispatch,
Dispatch,
dispatched,
dispatched,
dispatched.
dispatched.
Police quickly dispatch assistance.
Police quickly dispatch assistance.
They dispatched the goods yesterday.
They dispatched the goods yesterday.
We have dispatched the package to your address.
We have dispatched the package to your address.
Dispel,
Dispel,
dispelled,
dispelled,
dispelled.
dispelled.
Facts dispel rumors.
Facts dispel rumors.
The sun dispelled the fog.
The sun dispelled the fog.
The scientist has dispelled the myth with her research.
The scientist has dispelled the myth with her research.
Display,
Display,
displayed,
displayed,
displayed.
displayed.
Museums display ancient artifacts.
Museums display ancient artifacts.
The museum displayed ancient artifacts.
The museum displayed ancient artifacts.
The museum has displayed the new exhibit.
The museum has displayed the new exhibit.
Displease.
Displease.
Displeased.
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 Unfair treatment displeases everyone.
Unfair treatment displeases everyone.
His behavior displeased her.
His behavior displeased her.
His behavior has displeased his grandparents.
His behavior has displeased his grandparents.
Dispute.
Dispute.
Disputed.
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 They dispute the bill's accuracy.
They dispute the bill's accuracy.
They disputed the bill for hours.
They disputed the bill for hours.
They have disputed every charge on the bill.
They have disputed every charge on the bill.
Disrupt.
Disrupt.
Disrupted.
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 Loud noises disrupt the meeting.
Loud noises disrupt the meeting.
The alarm disrupted the meeting.
The alarm disrupted the meeting.
The strike has disrupted the transit system.
The strike has disrupted the transit system.
Dissect.
Dissect.
Dissected.
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 Students dissect frogs in biology class.
Students dissect frogs in biology class.
The student dissected the frog in class.
The student dissected the frog in class.
She has dissected the frog for her biology class.
She has dissected the frog for her biology class.
Dissemble.
Dissemble.
Dissembled.
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 He dissembles his true intentions.
He dissembles his true intentions.
He dissembled his true intentions.
He dissembled his true intentions.
He has dissembled his feelings to avoid conflict.
He has dissembled his feelings to avoid conflict.
Disseminate.
Disseminate.
Disseminated.
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 The study disseminates new findings.
The study disseminates new findings.
The study disseminated important findings.
The study disseminated important findings.
The government has disseminated the new guidelines.
The government has disseminated the new guidelines.
Dissent.
Dissent.
Dissented.
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 A few dissent from the majority.
A few dissent from the majority.
The professor dissented from the majority opinion.
The professor dissented from the majority opinion.
The professor has dissented from the committee's decision.
The professor has dissented from the committee's decision.
Distill.
Distill.
Distilled.
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 Chemists distill substances to purify them.
Chemists distill substances to purify them.
He distilled the essence of the flowers.
He distilled the essence of the flowers.
The chemist has distilled the solution for the experiment.
The chemist has distilled the solution for the experiment.
Distinguish.
Distinguish.
Distinguished.
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 Experts distinguish between different species.
Experts distinguish between different species.
She distinguished herself at the conference.
She distinguished herself at the conference.
I have distinguished the twins by their hairstyles.
I have distinguished the twins by their hairstyles.
Distort.
Distort.
Distorted.
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 Mirrors can distort reflections.
Mirrors can distort reflections.
The story distorted the facts.
The story distorted the facts.
The report has distorted the facts.
The report has distorted the facts.
Distract.
Distract.
Distracted.
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 Ads distract from the main content.
Ads distract from the main content.
The noise distracted him from his work.
The noise distracted him from his work.
Notifications have distracted me from my work.
Notifications have distracted me from my work.
Distribute.
Distribute.
Distributed.
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 Libraries distribute books to the community.
Libraries distribute books to the community.
They distributed the food evenly.
They distributed the food evenly.
The company has distributed bonuses this year.
The company has distributed bonuses this year.
Disturb.
Disturb.
Disturbed.
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 Noisy neighbors disturb the peace.
Noisy neighbors disturb the peace.
Loud noises disturb the birds.
Loud noises disturb the birds.
The noise has disturbed my concentration.
The noise has disturbed my concentration.
Dive.
Dive.
Dived.
Dived.
Dived dove.
Died dove.
Divers dive into the pool.
Divers dive into the pool.
He dove into the pool.
He dove into the pool.
I have dived into the pool to cool off.
I have dived into the pool to cool off.
Divert.
Divert.
Diverted.
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 The road diverts around the construction site.
The road diverts around the construction site.
The project diverted funds from other departments.
The project diverted funds from other departments.
The magician has diverted our attention from the trick.
The magician has diverted our attention from the trick.
Divide.
Divide.
Divided.
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 They divide the profits equally.
They divide the profits equally.
They divided the profits equally.
They divided the profits equally.
They have divided the profits equally.
They have divided the profits equally.
Divorce.
Divorce.
Divorced.
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 Couples may divorce amicably.
Couples may divorce amicably.
She divorced her husband last year.
She divorced her husband last year.
She has divorced her husband.
She has divorced her husband.
Dock.
Dock.
Docked.
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 Ships dock at the harbor.
Ships dock at the harbor.
The ship docked in the harbor.
The ship docked in the harbor.
The ship has docked at the harbor.
The ship has docked at the harbor.
Document.
Document.
Documented.
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 Researchers document their findings.
Researchers document their findings.
He documented the events meticulously.
He documented the events meticulously.
I have documented all the changes in the report.
I have documented all the changes in the report.
Dodge.
Dodge.
Dodged.
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 She dodges the question skillfully.
She dodges the question skillfully.
She dodged the question skillfully.
She dodged the question skillfully.
He has dodged the question during the interview.
He has dodged the question during the interview.
Dominate.
Dominate.
Dominated.
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 Large companies dominate the market.
Large companies dominate the market.
He dominated the competition.
He dominated the competition.
The leader has dominated the discussions.
The leader has dominated the discussions.
Donate.
Donate.
Donated.
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 Many donate to charity each year.
Many donate to charity each year.
They donated to the charity.
They donated to the charity.
They have donated money to the charity.
They have donated money to the charity.
Doodle.
Doodle.
Doodled.
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 Kids often doodle in their notebooks.
Kids often doodle in their notebooks.
She doodled during the meeting.
She doodled during the meeting.
I have doodled throughout the meeting.
I have doodled throughout the meeting.
Doubt.
Doubt.
Doubted.
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 People sometimes doubt the truth.
People sometimes doubt the truth.
He doubted the evidence.
He doubted the evidence.
She has doubted his intentions from the start.
She has doubted his intentions from the start.
Draft.
Draft.
Drafted.
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 She drafts a letter to the editor.
She drafts a letter to the editor.
The team drafted a new proposal.
The team drafted a new proposal.
The architect has drafted the new building plans.
The architect has drafted the new building plans.
Drag.
Drag.
Dragged.
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 I drag my suitcase up the stairs.
I dragged my suitcase up the stairs.
She dragged the chair across the room.
She dragged the chair across the room.
They have dragged the couch to the other side of the room.
They have dragged the couch to the other side of the room.
Drain.
Drain.
Drained.
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 The sink drains slowly.
The sink drains slowly.
The drain clogged and water accumulated.
The drain clogged and water accumulated.
I have drained the pasta.
I have drained the pasta.
Dramatize.
Dramatize.
Dramatized.
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 Actors dramatize scenes for impact.
Actors dramatize scenes for impact.
He dramatized the story to impress the audience.
He dramatized the story to impress the audience.
The playwright has dramatized the historical event.
The playwright has dramatized the historical event.
Dream.
Dream.
Dreamed.
Dreamed.
Dreamed. Dreamt.
Dreamed, dreamt.
I dream of traveling the world.
I dream of traveling the world.
She dreamed about traveling the world.
She dreamed about traveling the world.
I have dreamed about moving abroad.
I have dreamed about moving abroad.
Dress.
Dress.
Dressed.
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 She dresses elegantly for the party.
She dresses elegantly for the party.
He dressed sharply for the interview.
He dressed sharply for the interview.
She has dressed up for the gala.
She has dressed up for the gala.
Drift.
Drift.
Drifted.
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 Leaves drift slowly to the ground.
Leaves drift slowly to the ground.
The boat drifted away from the shore.
The boat drifted away from the shore.
The boat has drifted away from the shore.
The boat has drifted away from the shore.
Drill.
Drill.
Drilled.
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 Fire drills ensure safety.
Fire drills ensure safety.
They drilled for oil in the area.
They drilled for oil in the area.
We have drilled holes for the shelves.
We have drilled holes for the shelves.
Drip.
Drip.
Dripped.
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 Water drips from the faucet.
Water drips from the faucet.
Water dripped from the faucet.
Water dripped from the faucet.
The tap has dripped all night.
The tap has dripped all night.
Drop.
drop,
dropped,
dropped,
dropped.
dropped.
Prices drop after the holidays.
Prices drop after the holidays.
He dropped the glass and it shattered.
He dropped the glass and it shattered.
I have dropped the glass and it shattered.
I have dropped the glass and it shattered.
Drown,
Drown,
drowned,
drowned,
drowned.
drowned.
Cars drown in the flooded streets.
Cars drown in the flooded streets.
She nearly drowned last summer.
She nearly drowned last summer.
He has drowned in his work lately.
He has drowned in his work lately.
Drum,
Drum,
drummed,
drummed,
drummed.
drummed.
Musicians drum up excitement.
Musicians drum up excitement.
He drummed his fingers on the table.
He drummed his fingers on the table.
She has drummed up support for the charity event.
She has drummed up support for the charity event.
Dry,
Dry,
dried,
dried,
dried.
dried.
Clothes dry faster in the sun.
Clothes dry faster in the sun.
She dried her hair quickly.
She dried her hair quickly.
I have dried the dishes.
I have dried the dishes.
Dub,
Dub,
dubbed,
dubbed,
dubbed.
dubbed.
They dubbed the film in Spanish.
They dubbed the film in Spanish.
The movie was dubbed in Spanish.
The movie was dubbed in Spanish.
The film has been dubbed in 3 languages.
The film has been dubbed in 3 languages.
Duck,
Duck,
ducked,
ducked,
ducked.
ducked.
Children duck under the table.
Children duck under the table.
He ducked to avoid the ball.
He ducked to avoid the ball.
He has ducked to avoid the flying object.
He has ducked to avoid the flying object.
Duel,
Duel,
dueled,
dueled,
dueled.
dueled.
Knights once dueled over honor.
Knights once dueled over honor.
The duel ended without injury.
The duel ended without injury.
They have dueled with words over the issue.
They have dueled with words over the issue.
Dump,
Dump,
dumped,
dumped,
dumped.
dumped.
Trucks dump garbage at the site.
Trucks dump garbage at the site.
They dumped the trash outside.
They dumped the trash outside.
The company has dumped waste illegally.
The company has dumped waste illegally.
Duplicate,
Duplicate,
duplicated,
duplicated,
duplicated.
duplicated.
Machines duplicate keys quickly.
Machines duplicate keys quickly.
He duplicated the document.
He duplicated the document.
She has duplicated the keys for us.
She has duplicated the keys for us.
dust,
dust,
dusted,
dusted,
dusted.
dusted.
She dusts the shelves weekly.
She dusts the shelves weekly.
She dusted the old furniture.
She dusted the old furniture.
I have dusted the living room.
I have dusted the living room.
Dwell,
Dwell,
dwelled,
dwelled,
dwelled.
dwelled.
We dwell on past mistakes.
We dwell on past mistakes.
He dwells on his past too much.
He dwells on his past too much.
We have dwelled on this topic too long.
We have dwelled on this topic too long.
Die,
Die,
died,
died,
died.
died.
She dyes her hair red.
She dyes her hair red.
She dyed her hair blonde.
She dyed her hair blonde.
I have dyed my hair blonde.
I have dyed my hair blonde.
Earn,
Earn,
earned,
earned,
earned.
earned.
Employees earn a fair wage.
Employees earn a fair wage.
She earned a new certificate.
She earned a new certificate.
He has earned a reputation for honesty.
He has earned a reputation for honesty.
Ease,
Ease,
eased,
eased,
eased.
eased.
Yoga eases my stress.
Yoga eases my stress.
The music eased his mind.
The music eased his mind.
She has eased into retirement gradually.
She has eased into retirement gradually.
Echo,
Echo,
echoed,
echoed,
echoed.
echoed.
Her voice echoes in the hall.
Her voice echoes in the hall.
Her words echoed in the hall.
Her words echoed in the hall.
His voice has echoed in the hall.
His voice has echoed in the hall.
Edit,
Edit,
edited,
edited,
edited.
edited.
Editors edit manuscripts carefully.
Editors edit manuscripts carefully.
He edited the manuscript diligently.
He edited the manuscript diligently.
I have edited the article for clarity.
I have edited the article for clarity.
Educate,
Educate,
educated,
educated,
educated.
educated.
Schools educate students effectively.
Schools educate students effectively.
The program educates young children.
The program educates young children.
The school has educated thousands of students.
The school has educated thousands of students.
Eject,
Eject,
ejected,
ejected,
ejected.
ejected.
Pilots eject safely from planes.
Pilots eject safely from planes.
The pilot ejected safely from the plane.
The pilot ejected safely from the plane.
She has ejected the disk from the computer.
She has ejected the disk from the computer.
Elaborate.
Elaborate.
Elaborated.
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 His explanation is too elaborate.
His explanation is too elaborate.
She elaborated on her idea.
She elaborated on her idea.
He has elaborated on the topic during his presentation.
He has elaborated on the topic during his presentation.
Elapse.
Elapse.
Elapsed.
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 Time elapses quickly during games.
Time elapses quickly during games.
5 hours elapsed during the negotiation.
5 hours elapsed during the negotiation.
Time has elapsed since our last meeting.
Time has elapsed since our last meeting.
Elbow.
Elbow.
Elbowed.
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 She elbows her way through the crowd.
She elbows her way through the crowd.
He elbowed his way through the crowd.
He elbowed his way through the crowd.
He has elbowed his way through the crowd.
He has elbowed his way through the crowd.
Elect.
Elect.
Elected.
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 Voters elect a new president.
Voters elect a new president.
They elected a new president.
They elected a new president.
They have elected a new president.
They have elected a new president.
Elevate.
Elevate.
Elevated.
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 Books elevate our understanding.
Books elevate our understanding.
The event elevated her status.
The event elevated her status.
The artist has elevated the mundane through his art.
The artist has elevated the mundane through his art.
Elicit.
Elicit.
Elicited.
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 Questions elicit truthful responses.
Questions elicit truthful responses.
Her question elicited a surprising answer.
Her question elicited a surprising answer.
She has elicited information from the sources.
She has elicited information from the sources.
Eliminate.
Eliminate.
Eliminated.
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 Filters eliminate contaminants.
Filters eliminate contaminants.
They eliminated all errors from the report.
They eliminated all errors from the report.
The program has eliminated errors.
The program has eliminated errors.
Elongate.
Elongate.
Elongated.
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 Shadows elongate at sunset.
Shadows elongate at sunset.
The designer elongated the room with mirrors.
The designer elongated the room with mirrors.
She has elongated the dress to suit her height.
She has elongated the dress to suit her height.
Elope.
Elope.
Eloped.
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 Young couples sometimes elope.
Young couples sometimes elope.
They eloped last weekend.
They eloped last weekend.
They have eloped in secret.
They have eloped in secret.
Elucidate.
Elucidate.
Elucidated.
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 Teachers elucidate complex topics.
Teachers elucidate complex topics.
He elucidated the complex theory.
He elucidated the complex theory.
He has elucidated the complex theory.
He has elucidated the complex theory.
Elude.
Elude.
Eluded.
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 He eludes capture yet again.
He eludes capture yet again.
She eluded capture by hiding.
She eluded capture by hiding.
The criminal has eluded capture for months.
The criminal has eluded capture for months.
Email.
Email.
Emailed.
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 She emails the report to her boss.
She emails the report to her boss.
He emailed the document yesterday.
He emailed the document yesterday.
I have emailed the documents to you.
I have emailed the documents to you.
Embalm.
Embalm.
Embalmed.
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 Specialists embalm bodies with care.
Specialists embalm bodies with care.
The body was embalmed for the funeral.
The body was embalmed for the funeral.
The body has been embalmed for preservation.
The body has been embalmed for preservation.
Embarrass.
Embarrass.
Embarrassed.
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 Mistakes embarrass him.
Mistakes embarrass him.
His mistake embarrassed him in front of everyone.
His mistake embarrassed him in front of everyone.
His mistake has embarrassed the team.
His mistake has embarrassed the team.
Embellish.
Embellish.
Embellished.
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 She embellishes the story with details.
She embellishes the story with details.
She embellished her story with interesting details.
She embellished her story with interesting details.
She has embellished the story with her imagination.
She has embellished the story with her imagination.
Embody.
Embody.
Embodied.
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 Heroes embody courage.
Heroes embody courage.
The law embodies our principles.
The law embodies our principles.
He has embodied the values of the community.
He has embodied the values of the community.
Embrace.
Embrace.
Embraced.
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 Families embrace at reunions.
Families embrace at reunions.
They embraced after a long separation.
They embraced after a long separation.
They have embraced the new policy warmly.
They have embraced the new policy warmly.
Embroider.
Embroider.
Embroidered.
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 She embroiders the cloth beautifully.
She embroiders the cloth beautifully.
She embroidered the quilt by hand.
She embroidered the quilt by hand.
She has embroidered the pillowcase beautifully.
She has embroidered the pillowcase beautifully.
Emerge.
Emerge.
Emerged.
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 Flowers emerge in the spring.
Flowers emerge in the spring.
The solution emerged after many trials.
The solution emerged after many trials.
The candidate has emerged as the leader.
The candidate has emerged as the leader.
Emit.
Emit.
Emitted.
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 The sun emits light.
The sun emits light.
The machine emits a loud noise.
The machine emits a loud noise.
The factory has emitted pollution.
The factory has emitted pollution.
Employ.
Employ.
Employed.
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 Companies employ thousands.
Companies employ thousands.
The firm employs 300 workers.
The firm employs 300 workers.
We have employed new staff this year.
We have employed new staff this year.
Empower.
Empower.
Empowered.
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 Leaders empower their teams.
Leaders empower their teams.
She empowered her team with new responsibilities.
She empowered her team with new responsibilities.
She has empowered her team effectively.
She has empowered her team effectively.
Empty.
Empty.
Emptied.
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 Janitors empty the bins daily.
Janitors empty the bins daily.
He emptied the bin this morning.
He emptied the bin this morning.
I have emptied the trash.
I have emptied the trash.
Emulate.
Emulate.
Emulated.
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 Athletes emulate their heroes.
Athletes emulate their heroes.
The actor emulated the mannerisms perfectly.
The actor emulated the mannerisms perfectly.
He has emulated his mentor's techniques.
He has emulated his mentor's techniques.
Enact.
Enact.
Enacted.
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 Legislators enact new laws.
Legislators enact new laws.
The director enacted the new policy.
The director enacted the new policy.
The director has enacted the new policy.
The director has enacted the new policy.
In case.
In case.
Encased.
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 Jewelers encase diamonds in rings.
Jewelers encase diamonds in rings.
The artifact was encased in glass.
The artifact was encased in glass.
The museum has encased the artifact in glass.
The museum has encased the artifact in glass.
Enchant.
Enchant.
Enchanted.
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 Magicians enchant their audiences.
Magicians enchant their audiences.
She enchanted the audience with her singing.
She enchanted the audience with her singing.
The play has enchanted the audience.
The play has enchanted the audience.
Encode.
Encode.
Encoded.
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 Engineers encode data securely.
Engineers encode data securely.
He encoded the message before transmission.
He encoded the message before transmission.
She has encoded the message.
She has encoded the message.
Encompass.
Encompass.
Encompassed.
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 Parks encompass vast landscapes.
Parks encompass vast landscapes.
His responsibilities encompass a wide range.
His responsibilities encompass a wide range.
His influence has encompassed the entire organization.
His influence has encompassed the entire organization.
Encounter.
Encounter.
Encountered.
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 Tourists encounter locals while traveling.
Tourists encounter locals while traveling.
She encountered a wild fox.
She encountered a wild fox.
I have encountered many challenges this year.
I have encountered many challenges this year.
Encroach.
Encroach.
Encroached.
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 Tides encroach on the beach.
Tides encroach on the beach.
His influence encroached on their freedom.
His influence encroached on their freedom.
The weeds have encroached on the garden.
The weeds have encroached on the garden.
End.
End.
Ended.
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 Movies often end happily.
Movies often end happily.
The festival ended last night.
The festival ended last night.
The era has ended with significant changes.
The era has ended with significant changes.